So hello, good morning. Welcome to the Queens of Wisdom. I'm super excited, a bit nervous as well, because this is the first time such a big event, and I have the privilege to open it up today and to welcome you in this beautiful 3-day online summit where we're going to have incredible speakers, incredible women. People pay them loads of money for having their advice, for having the mentorship. So I feel like we are absolutely in a huge privilege to have them in here and to learn from them. So today we're going to have a little bit of introduction into what's going on. Obviously, we're here on Zoom, so I will ask you to mute yourself and just switch off your cameras because it's recorded and they're gonna go live in between other people as well. And however, we have a chat, so if you're new to Zoom, there is a chat under your the screen, and you can ask the questions. Also, Eva's gonna post the whole program. It's already there, so you can check who is when. The programs are also in your emails and on the group as well, but you can just have a look here. Hi, I'm so delighted that you're here with me today. Hi, Neha, hi, Kasia, how are you? And yeah, that's a big thing. So if you have an issue, then you just cut down for any reasons, with Zoom, just come back. And you can, so we're gonna have like 45-minute session. And after 45 minutes, we'll have like 15 minutes break until the next speaker will join me. So this one I'm gonna finish at 10:45. Then at 11 o'clock, we're gonna have another speaker or first speaker with me. We're gonna have Violeta Kudlinska. She's gonna talk about the voice and the confidence, something for me really needed today, but I'm already here. And I'm really, really delighted. Then so many of you joined this event, and so many of you wanted to be with us in here and listen and think about your own medicine, because we all are channels, we all having our medicine. The only thing is to remember. The only thing is to go back and ask your soul, your heart, your inner self, what is it? Just to remember. And when you think about people, they channeling really powerfully, that's only because they want to listen to their inner voice. And thinking about that, I remember that moment when I start thinking, why are we giving so much power to others? Why are we seeking for answer other people? Why are we asking for advice and not asking ourselves in the first place? And of course, there are some areas where we need that advice, and people can help us to go faster with some issues. It's like even the technical situations. Okay, someone knows, I ask. Oh, I'm not on a big screen. So, how this is happening? Is this better, Kasia? Am I on a big screen now? Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. So thank you for that. So yes, so asking ourselves in the first place, and trust our voice. That's us like practice trusting more and more and more. And this event, the Queens of Wisdom, this is the answer to my inner voice, because the whole event was born during my practice of meditation. And when I finish, I sit down and I write everything what come to me. And that was like a big event online with, all of these fabulous and important women in my life, which I have some special connection with. And that was, Ella, you're gonna do that. And obviously when I start thinking how I'm gonna do it, it was like, okay, I don't know this, I don't know that, how I'm gonna do all of this on myself. However, keeping in the inner trust, keeping myself, I know I'm gonna be guided, allowed me to find out myself today in front of you. And I'm so, so grateful to all of you for signing in, to all of my guest speakers for being here with me, and all the support and help I've got on the way to do it. And today I'm gonna, in the introduction, I'm gonna go back to the gifts of three wise men, because that was the beginning of the whole idea. And today we're celebrating the three wise men days. And as they got the idea, because they seen the light, and they thought, okay, we're gonna grab our gifts and we're gonna go and see what's happened there without knowing what is in there. They didn't know that Jesus was born. They just seen the light, and the light was leading them. And they grabbed whatever they had the most precious, because they want to give the gifts to the special person. They didn't know what happened over there, but they had the feeling, they must have the voice, the inner voice was leading them, and the light. And this is my big call to each one of you, to let yourself to be led by the light and your inner voice. And go wherever the light is leading you. And I know this is a big step very often. However, there is so many tools, and the tools we're gonna get to know during these 3 days, how we can build our inner strength, how we can plan some of these steps, and how we can use it to be like on a daily basis in a strong position of balancing our nervous system, and in the way of knowing how to help ourselves in the physicality in our body, because we live in this body, to go and get into the new identity. I am Ella Doruch, and I am mentor and coach. I work with intuition, and I work as a transformative coach, helping mainly women, but not only, in the businesses, when they want to grow the business, when they're gonna start new business or move into different career and move into the new identity. So this is the transformation, going into the new identity. And what is this new identity? It's nothing else like our new version of ourselves, which is born in our heart, in our mind, in our soul. And we see ourselves in this new vision. And this is picture only known to us. Nobody else cannot imagine yourself in this way as you see yourself. And working with this consciousness, then you really have power to design yourself. Same way as you make a sandwich in the morning. You don't have to be an artist or super designer or someone who knows some magic. The way how you do the daily things, what you do to live, you're designing something, and you are creative. And the creativity is absolutely normal thing for human being. We've been given the creativity by God on the beginning, with different abilities to do different things. Someone can paint, someone can sing, someone can make flowers, someone can be a great tourist guide, someone can do, whatever. You want to be a mother, you want to be a father, you want to be a business person. We have this creativity, and this is absolutely amazing thing and grace, because when we use what we have, God really enjoy that more and more, and sending us more and more of these things which we really long for. So when you create your new identity and you stick with this picture in your mind, this is something, the harder piece of work is to be there every single day and act as you already in this place. And what does it mean in an everyday life? It means that if you see yourself as someone who is absolutely, living in a luxury world, and you don't have the money to have these luxurious goods yet, make yourself a little bit closer by even choosing one little item which is closer to that luxury. So if you think about, I'm going to have this luxurious life in the future, and you have somewhere maybe a beautiful porcelain cup, you can make every day a cup of tea and having this mug, which will be reminding you this new identity you're going for. If you want to be fit and healthy and have a great body and proud of yourself and just knowing that you're strong, and you think like, oh, I wish to be in the gym like 3 times a week or 4 times a week or even every day do something. But at this moment, you are not able to do that often or going to this gym. You can just go for a walk. You can do 10 squats today. And this is something which is bringing you to this new identity when you do it with the intention of this new identity. So this is super, super important. If you want to go further, if you want to progress into the new, just sticking and applying whatever is possible on your daily basis into your daily life. And today, because we just finished 2024, or maybe not everyone, but I think everyone, just people in the majority, celebrating this gorgeous time. Let me just have a sip of water. And when we were celebrating this, we ending something, yes, we close some chapters, and I really love that moment of transition from one year to another, because this one is allowing us to see and check what is there, what I've done great last year, what I haven't done. And my favorite way of going through it is to go through my, through my notes and see through my calendar, through my pictures, and see the places I've been to, the events I've done, the celebrations I had, the milestones I moved. So when you go back and you check your whole year, you can see how much work you have done, how much you can be proud of yourself. And maybe you can see something which you're not so proud of yourself. But this is not to the exercise, it's not to beat yourself up. It's to see, and seeing honestly, then, okay, this one I've messed up. But you can decide today, then you're gonna go for the new identity. You're not gonna mess up again. That's it. You're finished. You've done with that. And this is only your decision. And I remember one New Year's Eve, few years back, not that long, when we were sitting with our friends. It was nice, but it was, for me, at some point, it was way too long. And I've decided that night, then I'm not going to mess up any ever again to waste the 1st of January as a half day of sleeping and recovery from a hangover and just, being in mess on the very first day of the year. And since then, even if I go, and celebrate with my friends, with my husband, and we have a good time, I'm going to sleep quite early, still after the midnight. And I'm using the 1st of January as a day of power. This year we were lucky. We went for a beautiful walk, and that was in the mountain, and there was gorgeous day and sunshine, and I absolutely loved that. Then this is really something I've promised to myself and I stick to. So looking into the past year and asking yourself these questions, what I am proud of, it's allowing you to see how much you've really done, how much, even if this is a small things. And then just really, if you end up some relationship which you were not great, maybe you forgive something, maybe you release something, maybe you have done some your dreams come true, maybe you change your job, maybe you bought a house or car or had a baby, whatever you're proud of. But also, if it's a small thing, if you started to go live on Instagram, and that was a big one for me. The last year was, using fully my English as my second language, but being much more vocal with this, and that was something I really celebrate myself for, because I know that was a big for me, and I had to put lots of effort to go through it. And answering the questions, when you write them down, this is the best practice ever. So if you never had it done it yet, just go for it. And then what else? What I'm not proud of myself for. What wasn't that great? That's another part of this. What I'm ashamed of maybe. And also, having this written down is not to beat yourself up, but just see what you can do differently next time. Then ask yourself, we're having that. Oh, Lauren, I will just mute you. Okay, we're going back. So asking yourself, when I betrayed myself, if this has happened, maybe you haven't, maybe you you've been so aligned with yourself, then nothing really you can put down there. But if yes, that's also good to know what is the area you need to work for. What new have I done? What was totally new experience for me, and how I've gone through it, how I react through it. That's another thing to check and to celebrate, because we often do so many new things and we think, oh, nothing has really happened in my life, but actually it is so much very often. So what was the new experience? And then what was the area which I became a master in? So that's another thing, because you were mastering something and then just seeing yourself, how great you've done with this, how great job you've done, and how much you moved from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Checking what new places you visited, where have you been, what new people you met, what new friendships you have. All of this new, just see, maybe new investments, maybe new mentorship spaces, maybe new career. Obviously, the bigger things you will know, but just check for the little ones, which all adding up and creating that beauty of how much you've used your past year and how this is setting you for this year. And then also how much I invested in myself. Are you investing in yourself, or are you letting yourself just go and go with the flow? How much I've earned last year. I know so many business women, especially like in smaller businesses, I mean, like one person, they don't even know what they're earning. And I was one of these people as well. I didn't know, okay, it's just some money here, some money there. But actually, when you put all together, you will see how much money you've earned. And this is really important because you know where you're starting from for the next year. So how we end up and what's going to happen in this new year. You can see this, you can have, the answers for how was your last year. And then at the same time, you can plan on, based on this one, what you're going to go for. What would you like to experience? What is your main word is going to lead you through this year? How you're going to, how would you like to feel in the situation this year? And then think, what is your medicine? What is your special gift, which is sitting deep down there in your soul, if it's still not uncovered, and how you can serve to the world using this gift? What is your soul longing for? And also, what is the new identity of yours? So writing down what you're gonna do in this new identity, how you're gonna look in this new identity, how you're gonna act, how you're gonna experience your life, everyday life, where you're gonna travel, who you're gonna be with, what people you're gonna have around yourself. This is all the new identity, and designing yourself in this new version. It is making this project, the creativity, and then your whole year work will be to embody it. And this is such a beauty, embodying this new identity. And very often, this new identity is not even need to be like special way created. It's about sitting down and going into what I remember, allowing yourself to remember, to remind yourself. And I love these feelings with some people. Why we getting this connection straight away? Why we talking like, we know each other for hundreds of years? Why we having a goosebumps when we meeting certain people? This is all about allowing yourself to remember. And in the first place, it might be a little bit scary when you start remembering really old life lines. But what's wrong in this? If you think, we live many times, we live as eternity, and you allowing yourself to travel on the lifelines, it's nothing else but beauty. And this whole work, this is something which I also help, going through the Akashic records when I do the readings. And this is one of my my things which I offer to my clients, going on the timelines and seeing what's happened, where have you been, and where you're going, and how you were served to people, and how you're gonna serve in the future, and how you're gonna serve today. So remembering, sitting down with this, it is moving you into this totally new area of comfort, of acceptance, because that's needed in there, and making it so comfortable, because it doesn't require so much work. If you remember, I was good in that. It is just allowing yourself to put that suit again. So planning the new year, it's one more thing. Planning what is your goal, also in the business, at work. If you work in, if you're in employment, it's also this one. But thinking how much money you're gonna earn, how much impact you're gonna have, how you're gonna serve to the people, what new you wanna learn, what new you wanna implement, and what you're gonna embody. This is the thing which makes the next beginning super excited, because you will see how much you have done, how much you move on. And it could be on a many different areas of life as well. So it's not only on money or only on a personal growth, but just check which areas of your life needs to be looked after. If it's the relationship area, is it the family area, is it the money area, the self-development area. So seeing all of this, where we can move on, what I would like to achieve on each one, this is an absolutely gorgeous thing to have as a setup for the whole year, and knowing where we're going. And it is not about to making a certain fixed goal, then by the end of this month, I need to earn that much money. It's more about the ease and the allowing the universe to lead you through it, knowing then this year I'm going to have a 5-digit month. This year I'm going to have a 6-digit month, whatever is your goals, and allowing without a fixation on a specific date. Because this one is just going into the old paradigm. But if you go with the service, when you focus on the connection with the creative source of God going through you, then you're going towards that goal no matter what. And you're going to your new identity no matter what. And if you're in a situation which is not ideal, maybe you have some challenging conversation, maybe you have some situation with people you work with, then you think from the next level identity. What this person earning that much, having business of this level, running this company of this level, what this person will do in the situation, how this woman will react, what decision he will make from this place. If you will be the 6 or 5-digit business owner monthly, and then you will be thinking about some situation, then 2 colleagues, they were having an issue between them, and there was a little petite thing as a cause of, and she said this and she said that, and she been rude to me and stuff like that. How the business owner of the business you run in the future will react. And when you start thinking in every life situation from that place, you will see how quickly things shifts, how quickly the transformation is happening, because you not in these little issues every single day. You just let it go. You just accept, and let it go, and not wasting your energy, because your energy is needed to create that future you. Your energy, it needs to be pulled in and kept within yourself and looked after. And you will look after this energy as a precious stone. You will sleep well. You will stop, watching movies till late, because then a good sleep is crucial thing. You will avoid substances which are not supporting you. You will look what you eat, what is your diet. You will be keeping your energy in the best level, and you will be doing this effort day by day. You will be moving on, you will be exercising, you will be spending time in the nature, you will be avoiding conversations which are not supporting other people. You will be keeping this energy as clear and pristine as possible. And this is that part of having this balance in your nervous system. And there is so many tools also going through this nervous system. It's like from physical activity, number one. And this one, actually, it was my biggest step to move on and set me free for this whole transformation I experienced myself. Because thinking about my story, about 5 years ago, I feel like I wasn't diagnosed, but now I can say from the far distance, I was close to depression. And I didn't see any sense in what I'm doing. I've lost interest in total burnout at work, in my employment. I was thinking, what's the point, of doing these things? And somehow I was led by the inner light to look for some solutions, and I got to that place that I find out some books, some videos, some recordings, and I was watching these people and I was listening to those people, these mentors, and going through it. And that was that call to the physical activity. It was like a year challenge, running challenge. And I never ran before. And I was in my late 40s and I never ran before. And I was thinking, I'm going to go for this challenge. I don't know how, but I'm going to go for it. And from this physical movement, when I was running every day, first of all walking, because I wasn't able to run, obviously, from this physical movement, I was transforming day by day through a whole year, this old myself into the new identity. I was working on my new identity all the time that was like a continuous improvement work. And I was going out, and that was that call. I didn't know what to do. And when I was thinking, there's not much I can do with my life now, but I know I can put my trainers on and I can go out. And that was no matter what, rain, snow, wind, heat of 35 degrees. I was going out and I was moving as I said and promised to myself. I signed up for this challenge, but I wasn't interested in any prizes or medals or anything like that. I knew that I'm gonna finish this for myself because I was in such a desperation of proving myself something. I am really able to deliver. I am worthy. And there was such a big piece of worthiness in that, because I didn't believe in myself at that point at all. I've lost everything. And that physical movement started the whole story of going into remembrance, remembering how much power I've got, how beautiful soul I am, and how much I can do, and I can deliver. I can finish, I can start, and I can finish something. And I know how much the physical work without any, you don't have to believe what we're talking in here. It's going to be lots about channeling, about ascension, about light, about sacred geometry, but you don't have to believe in those yet. it will come if they're supposed to come to you. But you can change your life through just physical movement, and everything starts from decision. From decision. This is something I can do. And every time I was coming back from this activity, after rain, after wind, sometimes it was completely soaked, and I was just so happy because I've done one more. And that was the way to build up the resilience and the inner strength to face more and more and became braver and braver. And this program, it's also one of my, and I'm going to run it soon in English. I was doing this few times already in Polish, but this is something that's going to be very soon. So keep an eye if you want to join me, because there is 5 steps, 5 simple, really simple steps, but absolutely practiced by myself, moving me into the totally new identity and totally new space I am now after a couple of years since then, 5 years now. So this is the beginning. I'm going to go to the end very soon. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, you might drop them in the chat. Thank you for all of this. It's happening in here. Evie, I didn't introduce her, but she's my beautiful help on the other side of the globe, helping me with all of these technical bits in here. Thank you, Evie, so much for that. And we're going to have a next guest at 11 o'clock. So please, yes, thank you. Please join us back at 11. And obviously everything is recorded. So then after we finish the whole summit, you will have access to each one conversation if you want to go back to any bits, and that's gonna be available for 7 days after we finish. So from 10th, if I'm right, from the 10th of January, we're gonna have the recording available for 7 days, and you can go back to these recordings. So my next guest is gonna be Violeta Kudlinska, and she is the owner of More Than Just Cope. She is mom of 2 little boys, and her work is to empower women to use their voice, to build up their confidence in business. And she is also the ADHD person, and helping to go through that in your businesses in life. And she works with women online. She does workshops. She works in Polish and English as well. And I've met her, and we had the connection from the first moment, just like that. So I've been absolutely delighted, and she accepted my invitation, and I cannot wait for this conversation. And I'm really honestly inviting you to do this New Year mapping, the plan of where you're gonna go and where have you done, where have you been last year. And I just start with that, the whole new 12 months. And I just have the most incredible, amazing year of yours, with all of my wishes from the bottom of my heart to you, to your families, to your people you love, to people you go to. You are the light, and you've got the power to go to other people, and you don't even know how your light is enlightening others. This is absolutely powerful, and you are the person who has it all. Just remember, and there is no accident, then we are here together. And I wish you all the best, and see you very soon in 15 minutes. There is no questions I can see, so thank you for being with me in here. And yes, and welcome back. So we're gonna switch off now, And then with the same link, you have it. Just go back if you want to join us online live again at 11 o'clock. So the same link, I'm going to be here at 11, and we're going to have Violetta talking about confidence, about business, about voice, about this, what is blocking us, how to overcome this. And I'm really excited for this conversation because that's so much of wisdom coming. The Queen of Wisdom is there. So thank you and see you very soon.